Yep, summer's over. That means we're no longer gonna be out on our paddle boards, we're not gonna be boating, we're not gonna be wearing shorts, nice linen shirts, suede loafers, because yeah, that's just not functional anymore. But guess what? Fall is probably one of my favorite times of year for style, because that means you can bring out the layers, you can bring out some texture, some structure. Fall is the time of year where you can really express your individual style. And I know people can be intimidated by it. In this video today, we're going to be showing you how you transition the summer wardrobe into the fall wardrobe. So let's get into it. As I alluded to, fall isn't just about color, it's about texture. Think about switching lightweight fabrics for a little bit more structured options. Instead of linen shirts, go with things like a brushed cotton, merino wool, lightweight knits. You still get the breathability, but it looks far more intentional for the season. Take these two shirts, for example. At first glance, you'd probably think they're exactly the same, and I wouldn't fault you for it. You've got one that's a nice dark navy linen shirt, and then you've got one that's a nice dark navy cotton shirt. The difference between the two is how easily they breathe. One's meant to breathe very, very well in the summer, and one's meant to just be a little bit warmer for the fall. Now, while they both look the same, they have two very different functions, and if you were to combine one of these shirts with a pair of nice boots for the fall, it would be a problem if you went with the linen, because they would just contrast in a very strange way, because one's made for the fall whereas the other is not. If you're struggling to find fall fabrics when you're going into the store, just give it a nice feel. Does it feel nice and soft and warm and cozy? If so, you're probably in the right territory for a fall outfit. As for the colors of fall, obviously we're going to be changing things up slightly, but don't panic. If you always like wearing a certain color, you're just going to move from a lighter version of it over into a darker version of it, because we're going to get away from the pastels of the light, bright, airy summer and into the more richer tones that you see during fall. When you think about the leaves changing color, we're basically doing the same thing with our outfits. Think beige goes to more of like a camel, light blue can go towards a navy, sage can go into olive, and so on and so forth. It's a very easy way to feel more fall without overhauling everything entirely. As I mentioned earlier, things like suede loafers don't make sense anymore, but this is finally where function meets style. This is the time of year where I can bring out some of my favorite pairs of leather boots. Specifically, these ones are from Thursdays, and now I'm not sponsored whatsoever, but I just absolutely love this company because they make incredibly high quality leather boots. If you want to take a look, I'll link them down in the description below, but there's no affiliate links, there's no sponsors, they're not paying me to say this. I literally just love their boots, but you don't have to go with them. Just find a nice pair of leather boots, and trust me, you will get so many compliments this time of year. They're rugged, they're masculine, but they're still incredibly stylish and clean. And not to mention functional, because it is getting colder, it is getting rainier. Eventually, there's going to be snow on the ground. You don't want to be caught in the middle of a rainstorm wearing something like a suede loafer. It just doesn't make sense. Now for the fun part that everyone thinks of when they think of fall: layering. This is one of the best ways to showcase your personal style. Now, because we're in the transition period, we're still warm during the day, a little bit cooler at night. We want layers so that we can put them on and take them off as necessary, but we also don't need any big bulky items. Think lighter jackets like denim adds some incredible texture. Bomber jackets can add texture. Things like shirt jackets can be incredibly comfortable, and maybe leather if it cools off during the night. The point being is you have options to layer and increase the dynamic texture of your outfit without putting too much effort into it. But I cannot stress enough, it's about adding texture, not bulk. This also goes with your sweaters, because if you are going to wear knits, you want them to be lightweight. You don't want those big, heavy winter ones quite yet, because you will die if you go outside and you get caught in 20 degrees and you're rocking a winter sweater. You want it to be close to the body so that it's also easy to layer and it doesn't make you look incredibly bulky. As an optional tip, if you want to try something slightly trendier but without breaking the bank, have you never heard of tonal layering? Now you have. Essentially, the idea behind it is wearing different shades of the same color family, and because it's fall, we can implement changes in texture to add a little bit more interest into these outfits. Think browns, grays, navies. These are easy colors to implement because you likely already own individual pieces in these colors that obviously work well on their own. So if you want to try something a little bit different, try combining some of these together and just see what happens. It can be an incredible look this time of year. So yeah, transitioning to fall doesn't have to be that intimidating. I hope I successfully broke down some of the barriers into fall transitional outfits for you, and in which case I want you to go out and try some of it. Let me know down in the comment section below which part of fall style that you are most excited about. If you want to learn more, stay tuned because the fall videos are just starting. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and push the bell notifications icon in order to make sure that you don't miss it. Take care, guys, and have an incredible rest of your day.